Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to the Fly With Us podcast. This podcast is bringing the art of conversation, self-love, self-care, mental health care and protection, life lessons, love lessons, and everything in between. Today we're going to talk about staying safe and using common sense. I'm Lady Bounce.
I'm Kryptonite, y'all.
So you're using your common sense today. You have on your mask.
I know I'm being attacked by a piece of hair, though.
I took my mask off because it's hard to talk with it on because I have the double mask.
True enough, it is. But see, look, I'm being defiant today, y'all, and I don't want to perpetuate and be like, no, go do whatever you want to, all willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my sister's house, I don't live here, so I need to be mindful of the fact that I'm still essential and she's still, you know what I'm saying, it's susceptible. So but I had to get some stuff off my chest, y'all, and I am computer illiterate, so I wasn't hit to Zoom just yet till I got over here. But our next show we'll do in Zoom, so right now I'm trying to be as safe as possible. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, just go ahead and forgive me if I happen to monopolize today's show, because I got a few things I want to talk about today, y'all, and I promise to be as structured as possible. But as you can tell, I am hyped because I am rambling. So let's do this.
I love it.
All right, so today's mindful day is called Healing the Divide. Listen, y'all, to what? Listen, just listen. Good, great. Okay, so I honor my body, my mind, and my spirit. I will not do violence to my body, my mind, or my spirit. I look for ways to sustain my body, my mind, and my spirit. The Western world has developed, with only a handful of exceptions, in the belief that spirit and matter must forever separate and antagonistic. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna start over, y'all, because this mask make it a little bit hard. But I'm gonna keep this mask on because I'm trying to be safe. Try it again. Okay. The Western world has developed, with only a handful of exceptions, in the belief that spirit and matter must be forever separate and antagonistic in their relationship to each other. This has given most Westerners terrible phobias of bodily existence, a horrible attitude toward the earth and animals, and a poor understanding of the emotional and intuitive aspects of intelligence. If we can think of God and matter as coinciding, of spirit and flesh as aspects of one reality, then it becomes possible to heal the harmful divisions that have damaged us as people. As we heal ourselves, we also work for more just societies that properly honor and respect non-human nature as a manifestation of the divine. Perhaps you find yourself faced with a choice between physical well-being and the life of spirit. Maybe you feel torn between the practical and the spiritual. Hold open a place of possibility for a solution that honors both the needs of the body and the life of the spirit. Sit in an attitude of hopeful awaiting and allow for the dawning of a new way. Prepare your heart and mind for this opening in your life, the harmonization of matter and spirit. Why is that appropriate for today? Because we are going to talk about the body and the spirit. And we are going to talk about how if people open up this country, your body gonna die and your spirit gonna float away. That's what we're gonna talk about today. Now, the two things at this point, as we sit in our homes and stay safe and try to quarantine and try to be safe, are united as one. You open up this country prematurely and you get these people in these crowded situations, and they will cease to coexist together. And your body will be given onto the earth, and your spirit will float away, thus separating the body from the spirit. So now let's talk about this.
That was deep. I feel like I should be like.
All I'm saying is how you feel. But you see how that just was so appropriate for
It
today.
is.
So here we go. First off, we were talking a little bit about fear mongers. Okay.
Yes, I'm tired of them.
Yes, and we were talking about how well, we were talking about a lot of things, but we were talking about the fear mongers and stuff, and how you go from one extreme to another, and we were talking about panicking and people panicking and everything, and I don't understand. I just don't understand. Who the fuck cares if you have a haircut and you're in quarantine? Who cares if you look like a caveman? Who cares if your toenails is scratching the tile off your floor? Who coming to see you? Who coming over?
Well, how about
I'm sorry, I'm yelling now.
There are some parts of that
Into the mic.
that you can do yourself. Like, yeah, I could probably use a haircut because I've been keeping my hair short. But I've figured out different ways, because it's my hair and I've had it my whole life, to do it so I still look presentable should I go somewhere without having my hair cut. As it relates to my nails and my toes, my nails do their own thing and I just let them do it. But like my toenails, you know how to clip your toes and file them? Like, you don't have to.
Here's the thing. I understand, we have an economy. I understand that we have a push button society where we want everything to come
Right.
so easily. Please learn how to do your hair.
Right.
Please learn how to do a ponytail. Please just learn how to just slick it back. If you look,
You can rock the Tony Braxton and be cool.
Make an attempt, okay? Make an
Right.
attempt. You know what I'm saying? Cause my thing is, what the fuck else you got to do? What else you got to do?
Right, and to your point of, if we're all staying home anyway, then nobody's gonna see you. And then who's to say that if you go out with your hair looking woolly bully, that's not your normal look? I don't know you. You could look like that all the time.
Listen, here's the thing. There's a reason. There's not. You know what I'm saying? Look, this shit was man-made. We know that. We know that they put this shit out here. We know if you've been paying any real attention to what's really happening, if you are getting your news from more than one news source,
Say that.
I'm saying something outside of mainstream media, because if that's the only place you get your news from, ooh, baby,
Absolutely.
I'm feeling so bad for you.
Yeah.
You need some truth in your life. But, dang, I done forgot my point. What was I trying to say?
Well, I mean, to what you said, you got to get your news from more than one place. You can't be out here, spreading fear, which
that's what I was trying to say.
The spreading fear comes from the lack of knowledge, the lack of research.
So before, okay, this is the point that I was making was this. Okay. The point that I was making was this. All right. Forget about the news. Forget about the fact that we know that this was man-made and this was put out here, and this is an attempt at population control. That's what this is.
Okay.
But it's not supposed to be this bad. Understand, this is not in their plans. What's happening right now, as far as the many death tolls and the way, this is not in their plan. So what you are seeing when you are only getting your news from one news source, when you are only getting information from one place, you are only seeing the surface. And you gotta go deeper than that. It's deeper than just what man is putting out there for you to receive. There's a more spiritual news. So you feel me?
Right.
There is a stream of spiritual news that you should be tapping into and opening yourself up to receive.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're not what you're going to get from that. You start that off by even recognizing the fact that you have it. And the way you recognize that you have it is by going and getting information, research it, listen to some YouTube videos, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sit and meditate. Think about the way of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just if that's something. Now, if you an atheist and you just don't believe, well,
Well, even
You
if
probably out here protesting it. You know what I'm saying?
with your mask on,
You
your AK.
Look, we're gonna get to that in a minute. But my point is this. You know what I'm saying? My point is this. It is not smart to go out here right now without being protected, and it's not smart for them to open up these places that they are opening up. It is not a smart thing to do. It is not smart to participate in these behaviors. Now, you can't stop anybody that wants to, including family members, unfortunately.
Right.
You can't stop anybody that doesn't want to take this as serious as what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only thing you can do is spread a message and be the vessel that God has intended you to be. You know what I'm saying? And spread that knowledge and spread that information and let it be known that God is real and that what's happening right now is meant for us to stop and take a step back and think about the things that's really, really important. And for real, get back to being natural people. We didn't always get haircuts. You couldn't always go to a dang on salon.
No, you had to figure out other
You know what I'm
ways
saying? When you was on the plantation, you had that scarf on. You feel me? You took a razor to your face if you needed to.
Right.
You might have to do that. You might not be able to sit in somebody's chair and get the steam towel put on you and then get carved up. You feel me? That's a luxury you just can't have right now. You feel me?
Right.
But it's a luxury that you will never have again if you take your ass out here and go sit in somebody's chair right now.
Yeah, because then you're going to
your vanity will be the death of you.
Yes.
Because you're trying to be cute for who?
Did you see the picture? The day after they said that Georgia was opening, they showed a picture of a nail shop, and it was lined with black women, and they're all standing outside, and they were only letting in 2 people at a time. But the people who were standing outside weren't practicing social distancing. And then I looked deeper at the picture, and the number of pregnant women who were standing in that line was like astounding. Because it's one thing if you decide to go out there and risk yourself, right? You know, do you? But you have a baby, which means you have a greater responsibility.
That is so disappointing, man. It's so disappointing.
It was bad.
It's like, what's wrong with y'all? It's like vanity. You're not even thinking.
Right.
Are you just, I mean, to be quite honest with you just trying to get a mortician a leg up.
Right.
That's just one less thing he got to do when he prep your body.
Right.
He don't have to make sure your nails is tight, because you let that be done the week before you died.
Yeah.
And you got your hair done, you know what I'm saying, 3 days ago before you got sick. So your hair tight and your nails tight. Only thing they got to do is your makeup, sis.
Right.
But you looking good in that casket that they about to have on the internet.
Sure enough.
When they do a funeral via Zoom.
Right.
Real talk.
Yeah, because this, we've talked about it before, but this whole virus has changed the way our world operates,
which no one seems to recognize.
Yeah,
it's like, do y'all what are you not getting?
Yeah, what are you?
Look. I'll be the first to say that I am someone that is resistant to change.
Right.
But when a brick hit me upside my head, I don't need to run into the fucking wall to know that there's one right there.
Right.
I don't need the ceiling to crash down on me to realize that there's some weak shit up there and I need to move the fuck out the way. I just got hit in the head with a brick. Let me move. Let me move my big head ass out the way. Because as big as my head is, it's not going to sustain something falling on top of it.
Right. I'm crying. But yeah, it's wild to me, and then for these women who are standing outside like this nail shop, you're not at work anyway. So
you're
who
nowhere.
You ain't good for?
Listen, you not nowhere. Where you at? You ain't nowhere. And here's the thing. Look,
ain't no clubs open yet.
Listen, here's the thing.
And even then, do you trust what's coming out the club?
Here's the thing. And I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. If y'all individuals were smart, nail techs, you beauticians, you barbers, all of y'all will stay closed. And what you would do is take safety precautions and have appointments someplace other than your shop. I ain't gonna say where you go. Go to their house. Have them come to your house. Whatever you want to do. Because here's the thing. It's this. You're doing yourself the same. You know what I'm saying? Injustice. You're doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You got all these different people coming and sitting in your chair.
Yeah.
It ain't no different from you doing it under the table. It ain't no different from you doing it and not having to report to the government that it's being done.
Right.
It ain't no different. So why don't you just have your clientele hit you up on an email
On the low.
and make an appointment and handle your business and get your dough?
And you know, I was telling Jay yesterday that one of my friends that had posted on Facebook and tagged the person, and I was like, that's terrible. And she was like, thank you so and so for doing my hair and my nails. I look fresh. But I was like, dummy.
Here's the thing.
Our city shut down. Why did you put her name out there?
Here's the thing. It's only a problem if that chick is a licensed beautician.
She is.
That's a problem.
Right.
That's
she
a problem.
owns a shop that is currently shut down. That's why I was
a
like,
problem.
did you really just put her name out there?
Like, look, you're gonna have to do a disclaimer. No shout outs.
Right.
Come on, man. But then people don't use their hair for no more than a hat rack. And everybody gotta post everything they doing on Facebook. Oh, we in the Rona, but I got my nails done.
Yes.
One girl, look, somebody I knew posted some bullshit, made me so damn mad. I paid my rent this month. I bet everybody can't steal this post. I bet everybody can't say that. How the fuck would you post some shit like that on there in a situation that, like, why? Like, what type of bullshit is that?
Good for you that you were able to pay your rent.
I wrote down, I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
because there's a lot of people who are not able to, and that.
And like, why would, like, how?
But why is that an accomplishment? Because you got to pay your rent anyway.
That's not even it. That's like you saying, I got a job. Bitch, a lot of people had a job for this shit went down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
And a lot of people had good, decent jobs.
Yeah, why do you think
down?
that's cute? Like, what type of, like, then you gonna mess around and karma gonna come bite you in the ass. And when you sitting around looking at some shit like that, I remember when I could post that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. We ain't got a whole lot of time. So look, okay. Fearmongers versus devil. Let's talk about these stupid statistics that everybody keeps bringing up. Listen, I don't give a fuck how many people died of flu. I don't care how many people died of smoking a cigarette. I don't care how many people died walking across the street. Dr. Phil dumbass talking about how many people died in pool drowning deaths. Shut the fuck up. Look.
Yeah, like, what does that have to do with?
Okay, look, no. First of all, what does Dr. Phil have to do anything? He ain't even a doctor of medicine. This dude is a doctor of television. Why the hell is he in on the conversation?
He Oprah's friend.
Oh, I don't give a damn whose friend he is.
That's what I'm saying, but that's why he's famous, because he's Oprah's friend.
I don't even care. My point is, why is this man talking at all? He's not an economist. He ain't got nothing to do with medicine. He don't have nothing to do with the government. He is a television personality that gives opinions. I could do his fucking job. I could do it.
Yeah, you could.
The same shit he tell people, nigga, I could tell you that shit for free. You a dumbass.
How's that working for you?
You keep doing, is that the shit you're doing? You stupid, stop doing it.
Right.
What? What?
Okay, go on.
I'm just saying. Okay, so anyway, my point is this. Look, I don't care who died from the flu.
Right.
Okay? If I walk into a room and I see a motherfucker coughing, guess where I'm not gonna stand?
Nowhere near that person.
I'm not gonna stand next to the person that look like they done broke out in the sweat. They coughing, they throwing up, they gagging, they look like they on death's door. I'm not gonna stand next to that nigga. Please excuse me, because whatever. But listen, I'm not gonna stand next to that individual. Now, if you walk into a room and you look like, hey, and we giving dap and that's what's up, and then 2 days later, your ass gets sick.
Now I'm touch people.
Yeah, look, who's gonna touch? Why would you touch anybody right now? Like, real talk.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't even be in here. Feel me?
Right.
Like, for real. And these are things that you have to think of, especially when you are an essential worker. You have to think of every place you go into, every place you come out of. You have to think about, like, if you still eating fast food. Ooh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that as a person that still stops and gets fast food.
Right.
Because I do be in between jobs. A sister be hungry. You feel me?
Right.
But I don't think about it every trip, especially when I roll up and ain't nobody got on a glove, ain't nobody got on a mask.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
am I this hungry?
Am I this hungry?
And when I think about, in terms of, and not to be morbid, but when I think in terms of my last meal, I don't want it to be a Big Mac. I think in terms of like when my last meal
it'll
is.
never be a Big Mac.
Right,
But it might be one of them Wendy's breakfast baconators though.
Right, but
That
I wouldn't want that to
situation.
be my last meal.
Exactly. So now these are things you have to think about now. So now you have to think in terms of prolonging your life, prolonging your health,
Yes.
changing the way you eat, changing the way you move, changing everything. This is something that we have to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you ain't black and you ain't thinking about this, man, come on, man.
Then like, what are you thinking?
Come on, man. And you know what? And let me not be, because I'm not trying to just single out and just eliminate anybody else. But yeah, I'm black. First thing you gonna notice, aside from the fact you gonna notice that I am a little fat chick, you gonna notice that I'm a black little fat chick.
Right.
You feel me?
But have you seen in your travels,
In my travels, like,
in your travels, or like even in your Facebook traffic or whatever, that black people historically don't take anything seriously, and that is a big issue.
you know what? I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's true. Let me tell you why. We've been here a long fucking time. We've been here a long time. Somebody somewhere is taking something seriously, because there's a lot of us and we still here.
Right, but I see a big number of people
I think the
that
problem
aren't
is,
taking it serious.
I think the problem is what it is we are dealing with a lot of people. Again, you got people that's been brainwashed.
Yeah.
People that are going to forever make the attempt to assimilate into a society that does not want to be bothered with us. Then you have the young people, you know what I'm saying, that's just young. Mm-hmm. So there that is. You feel me?
Yeah,
you
so
know
most of
what
the
I'm
people
saying?
that I see that aren't taking it serious are young people. Older people, like, in our age bracket and maybe the age bracket just below us, seem to be taking it serious. But anybody
I'm gonna
below
tell you who's,
that
I'm gonna tell
is
you who's
not
taking it serious. Who's taking it serious is old black women
Yes.
and essential workers.
Yes.
They taking it serious, because I done seen a whole bunch of people just walking around. And I understand that maybe people don't think it's as bad in our area, but in order for it to not to get as bad in our area, you have got to take the precautions
Right.
when you're out in public. Because that's how you know what I'm saying? That's how
I have
you get
to,
it.
I'm a teacher, as you know. So 2 days a week, our building is open for students to come in and pick up work.
We're going to have to do a part 2 to this.
Oh, yeah.
When this is
so when I go, I sit upstairs in my office and I come downstairs when I'm called or when I'm needed. But I'm basically by myself and I have my door shut. And I still have my mask on, even though I'm in my office by myself. So I went to work the other day and we had like a lot of kids like show up, and then afterwards I felt really weird. I was like, we had too many kids, coming through. So next week when we do the pick up and drop off, it's gonna be outside. Like the kids are not even gonna enter the building, because I don't know who they have been around and who the people they've been around have been around. And one of my students that's on my caseload, he actually did have corona. And he has recovered, but he didn't come down to the school to pick up any work. He sent his cousin or somebody to come get his work, which is fine. But you've still been in contact with him, and now you're in contact with all of us.
People gotta be careful too. Look, people gotta be careful too. I'm real quick. I want to get back to something that was said though about Atlanta and everybody that was lined up, because I just watched what is it called? 9 Mag. I believe it's 9 Mag, where T.I. and David Banner were having a conversation with one another, and they posted it. You know what I'm saying? They went live. You know what I'm saying? So, I both them. I'm down with both them all day long. So they was talking about it, and they was talking about the barbershops and everything opening up, and they was talking about how they see an agenda. You know what I'm saying? And they was, trying to tell people that they need to stay home and stuff. So I really am discouraged because I didn't know that that's what happened in Atlanta. I really am discouraged to hear that that's what went down.
Yeah, when David Banner said he owns 2 barbershops, he said, I don't care. I'm not opening my shops back up until I feel comfortable.
And I think people are starting to see, too, that with the precautions that they want these shops to take, it's not really sustainable. It's not realistic. It's not realistic, and it's not sustainable in what they do and the services that they provide.
Right.
You can't. That's a cost you're going to have to pass down to your customer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This is more equipment that you're going to have to purchase.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer in between clients to get clients in and out of the door.
Right. So you might as well stay closed.
That's going to hinder your income. You know what I'm saying? That's going to cause a lot of issues too. And then the way that they want you to do things, you have to work around equipment. This is too personal. This is too personal a service to work around equipment. It's too personal a service that you can't get up close, that you don't get up close and personal in someone's face. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's better to just.
It really is
stay
just best to wait
closed.
and just stay closed and just stay home. And I'm gonna tell you, we only got 5 minutes, so. Just understand that after this taping, we doing another taping because I'm about to get into. I got a whole lot to talk about for real, and I still want to talk about Dr. Funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this man talking?
Right,
like why? And then they got him on the TV talking against a medical doctor, talking about we need to open the country. The country needs to be open. You sit your $80 million ass down. Sit your $80 million. I ain't never gotta step out my house again if I don't want to. Got every luxury afforded to me in the downstairs in my damn living room. Sit your $80 million ass. Sit your ass down, man. Sit down. Sit down.
I like it.
Man, sit down, man.
Please. All right. So our self-care assignment for this week is to stay home. And if you do have to go out, exercise common sense when you go out. Plain, simple. Wear a mask, wash your hands. Come back from being outside, take your clothes off, take a shower, put on some loungewear. Don't sit on your bed with the same clothes that you wore outside. But you should do that anyway, but you really should be doing that now. Just put that out there. So for our brain science this week, we're going to go a little bit different than what we usually do because it's going to talk about, this says the way not invented. People of conscience long for a better way, for a stronger connection to the biome, for less destructive ways of life. The best minds of today are those who make a more sustainable future possible. You can do that by staying home. So this evening, allow yourself to welcome the possibility of a new way of being human, a way that does not require the massive death of ecosystems or people. Maybe this new way has not yet been invented, but keep a space open for it in your mind and your heart. Be on the lookout for it and work for its discovery. Boom.
Basically, use some common sense and stay home. Who cares if you look like a caveman? Who cares if you got beast feet? Who cares? Stay home.
Please stay home. And booty calls are not worth it either, because I saw something about that on Facebook, but that's a whole nother topic in itself. And I was like, really? That's what we doing? So yeah, so we don't want to do that.
You gotta have your temperature taken, and you gotta take a shower before you can hit the bedroom and get freaky.
Oh no!
As soon as you hit the door, undress, take your tent.
Let me wash your clothes.
Hey, baby, I'll meet you in the laundry room, boo. Let's scoot on to the shower. You know what I'm saying? Wait before you cross it. Take your tent. 98.2. Come on in, boo. Come on in. Come on in. Hell yeah, though. That's what it's about, man. Come on, man. Stop.
So as you stay at home and practice that self-care and that common sense, you can catch up on all of our episodes wherever you find your favorite podcast. And you can also email us at flywithusla@gmail.com. I'm Lady Bounce.
I'm Kryptonite, y'all.
And we out of here.